Welcome, puzzlers, to the first Pokemon Puzzle League monthly tournament leading up to the Big Ol' tournament next year. We are already in the second half of the semifinals, and lo and behold, we have the matchup that is a tale as old as roughly a little after the release date of Pokemon Puzzle League. Cards of the Heart versus FFR Pro. In clash number some probably undefined integer value. We're still in V hard in the semifinals. You can imagine that the V stands for variance. There's a lot of things that can flow any which way in terms of quick kills or stalling and stalling all over again. And both of these players so far in this monthly tournament have had pretty consistent tech, so I would not be surprised if there's like no real execution mistakes made, and this all comes down to whose opponents cooperate better. The first race of V Hard looks to be starting about now. We'll kick this off with a slow-ish Gary that has the potential to be short attacked into a pretty quick kill victory. Sometimes he finds ways to downstack a little bit more than that, but he's not going so far halfway below the boards. Oh, in for cards. The extra combos are in, but that scam time is not enough. Despite a little bit of a elevation difference, end time was exactly the same, 22 seconds, going into stage 2. Look for both these players to find in the opening attack 2-4 combos as quickly as possible, and then, at least in the first half of V-Hard, dump a few more short attacks with quick combos and chains to try and catch them off guard. Cards does that perfectly. FFR does that with unfortunate timing, with a couple Brock clears, but extra combo garbage is coming in, and he doesn't pay attention to the immediate clears. So, small difference, but that can change immediately. Hearts Gustled off with the third chain and the 8 combo, cutting off Misty at a very bad time to get the elusive 8-second V-Hard quick kill. This is top Pokemon Puzzle League. FFR not too far behind with a classic distraction quick kill on Misty as well. Cards timed the attack pretty well, but Surge found the column 4 to clear everything at once. Now we're lined on the follow-up attacks, but Surge is a little bit lost in the stack. Does manage to find a clear. FFR's Surge is way more out of position and immediately makes up the time from those past few stages. This is part of the danger of the short attacks. If they do manage to clear them, they can fill their board up with panels to potentially do it again, and again, and again. FFR probably saw the state of Erica's board and was trying to cut it off early and then send a bigger attack just in case. First attack didn't work, but this should not take that much longer, because she will be topped off for still quite a while. That bit of shake time buys just enough time to get one clear. That's going to chain. to buy even more scam time. Cars double fours are in and they distract Erica cleanly. So, some exchanges of trolling from one side to the other still makes it pretty even after 5.
Work harder, young one.
Double 4 combos in on both sides already. Now waiting for just the right time to drop the garbage on Koga. Both try to find the right short attack timing. Both of them get pretty much what they want, 15 to 13. Very, very even through the first half of V-Hard. But now we're starting to enter a bit of a nebulous zone, where you're not sure if you want to reset stages if things go badly. But maybe things won't go badly. Maybe it'll just be smooth sailing. These Sabrinas are clearing the lower garbage blocks, making this pretty dangerous. Why did I think this was going to be smooth sailing? This is Pokemon Puzzle League. What was I thinking? Eventually, Cards' Sabrina times out trying to go for a 4-combo clear. FFR Sabrina has filled the field with panels. Stuff is going to chain and take even longer, but there's not a lot of shake time because it's only combo garbage appearing. So there was an opportunity, but Sabrina has cut right through that opportunity. And FFR has to wait for the next attack to drop while she's chaining. Meanwhile, Cards a short attack on Blaine that pins him down to the 3rd row and gives him just enough stall time to time out for a very solid under 6-minute first half of V-Hard. Sabrina even cuts through the steel block. May have an issue with... No, it's yellows and it's full of panels again. You won't escape. Cards being maximally efficient with getting chains up all the way to Tracy's board. That's a very low left side. I think that timing was... an extension was very worth it. He had the opportunity to go for something, but he's still not quite fast enough to get to it. And yes, FFR out of Sabrina jail, but now has to hope that some trolling happens on Cards' side, because there's a bit of a deficit going on at the moment. Cards trying initially with a 4-chain. Rocket's right side is very high. Now going for the follow-up combos in case they don't stack the right side more. Trying away out of the left. Perfect attack from FFR that time. Very much needed to make up some ground. Rocket is feeling a little bit giddy and will extend out the stage for a bit longer. They're low on the bottom, but find a way to melt through that garbage. And the clear up there, their board would be full of panels. Card just is going to try again from the top. FFR extended up to a 7-chain, and I believe... Oh, the combos weren't in that one. Did he already clear them before? He might still do a dumb here. And he does. Carlos Rocket used up everything? Oh no! No, that left just enough time for Rocket to raise it up. There was enough garbage on the end, but the send was about just frames too late. They might be pinned. Hey, that's illegal. Okay, there's a chance that they still won't see above the third row because of that block. Unless they do for some reason. I feel like all of that is illegal, but they remain alive. FFR's rocket trying to get to a clear on the left side, gets there in time, is not going to immediately deal with the top garbage, so is waiting to see how they resolve this. And they resolve it badly? Cooperative rocket from FFR to go right back into the lead. There goes Cars rocket, just barely out of time to get to that clear, to at least get back on par, both of them on Giovanni. With 6 stages to go in this first game of E-Hard. FFR maybe waiting to see if Giovanni started chaining, but he didn't, so just drops it at about 6 chain and change. Oh! Cards takes advantage of Giovanni's low left and drops follow-up combo garbage just in time to get that stage clear. FFR is waiting to see if Giovanni uses up some of these panels before getting... not even waiting for the combo garbage. Just predicting that he'll get through that and instead trying to set up another quick kill. Cards finds a way to weave in the other 4 combo, sending the chain a little bit, but not too much because he sees that Richie's left is already pretty low. There's a big height difference, but the bottom row horizontal could be huge for Richie's survival. And he has enough stop time and shake time to get to that. Both players dealing with a bit of a holding pattern, garbage clearing, hoping that the opponents will get out of position to time themselves out, or maybe run themselves out of panels entirely. Like, they're both low, but they have clears available. FFR Giovanni in a weird position, and that's a timeout there to advance to stage 12. Now Cards Richie in a weird position as well, but finds a way to scam and get the clear, and that's all combo garbage, and as Cards restarts, both players are now level. Sometimes you will have pretty much the clean, textbook, perfect opening attack, but the CPU opponents will find a way out of it as Richie flattens and clears FFR's attack. And Cards setting a garbage block of pretty much almost the entire board, extending that, waiting for Richie to start chaining. He stops a little bit early. Enough to get to the left side? No! Stacks in a weird way that times himself out.
Are you ready?
Sometimes the textbook attack just doesn't work at all, and sometimes the jankiest, most messed up attack quick kills them. Such is the life of a Pokemon Puzzle League speedrun racer.
I'm gonna take you down.
Lorelei doesn't have a lot on the right side, but she does have the potential clear available and finds it. And Lorelei sucks badly and will get crushed. FFR still dealing with Richie, who is using up a decent amount of panels. And even more. And can't get to that purple horizontal and ruins it and gets crushed himself. Meanwhile, Card is starting Bruno. Very short attack attempt. That almost worked. That was almost a very cute kill.
Control your inner nature.
Bruno finds that 3-pop at the bottom to buy just enough time to clear at the top. Now this is a bit dangerous. Could still time out any one of these. It's been very close.
I sense you've come.
Fortunately, Cards goes up with that shot. Very, very close to super quick kill, though. But FFR is out of Lorelei now, going to match Cards coming up into Bruno. Cards finding a way to weave in an 8 combo that finds a way to weave in 2 different chains popping off at the same time, at different times, to be maximally efficient with his attack. Bruno doesn't care and will just clear all of it anyway. I'll have to try again. Bruno, on FFR's side, does have some pillars to deal with, but has a purple clear on the left. Is there enough time down stack the right? There's nothing up on top yet. Cannot get out of that. And FFR out of Bruno first. There have been a lot of V-Hard lead changes. And it's not a huge lead either, as Cards gets the low left side of Bruno that he wanted. FFR has a lot of 4 combos in there, one of them falling early. But it may leave no shake time, and Gary times out for a very nice 14-second quick kill. That is rare at this stage of V-Hard. FFR onto Mewtwo first. Cards hoping his opening attack will get him in 1. Cutting off for round 1, Gary is raising, but finds a clear to buy stop time. Alright. Now this is up to FFR's Mewtwo attack. A very hefty amount of lines, and just trying to find all of the combos as possible to fill up his board. FFR's Mewtwo takes care of the left side. FFR's Mewtwo does not have time for the right side. There were a lot of swings back and forth, but in the end, FFR had just that little bit of better cooperation. Sub 16-minute V-Hard. Not a lot of people can consistently do that. Many people have not done that ever. So getting that in a one-shot, very, very respectable. And Cars may not be that far behind either. Coming up on the opening attack on Mewtwo, probably going to do this in under 20 as well. And if you can consistently get under 20 in V-Hard, you will probably be one of the top puzzlers. Sometimes it's not enough to cut it against one of the actual top puzzlers. But still very solid.
I'm going to win. I'm going to win.
Mewtwo left that clear. Almost as if he's somewhat intelligent.
I'm going to win.
He claimed he's going to win, though. Which,
I'm going to win.
I mean, psychologically, yes. But eventually, panel-wise, I don't think so.
I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to win.
So as Mewtwo choose through these panels,
I'm going to win.
Cards is doing the thing where he clears the Pokeballs, which will send a Steel block, doing 2 4 combos after that to essentially reset up the double 4s. if that comes up again. It looks like that might not even come into play unless Mewtwo stacks up his bottom 3 rows just like he did. But that means we might see it soon.
I'm going to win. I'm going
Like,
to
if this
win.
was S-Hard Mewtwo, this would take possibly 3 more minutes, but since it's V-Hard Mewtwo, there is still the case that you can just time out on any one of these, because the stop time isn't that much for CPU that's going up and down the board.
I'm going to win.
There's the other set of double fours set up like almost a minute ago.
I'm going to win.
And hey, Mewtwo gets the exact same clear on the right side to stay alive. How about that? But whatever. Mewtwo is destroyed. And all is well in the world. Until like 2 minutes from now when we reset this all again. But hey, card's still finishing under 20 minutes. Still very respectable, despite the not respectable Mewtwo. But because of that, FFR has the advantage, 1-0. Coming to game number 2, where FFR will try to advance up to Gary Open Finals, and Cards will attempt to bring this to a third deciding game. These players set very high standards, but despite your standards, you, the casual gamers watching this, you can still play these. These are now happening almost every single month. Instead of just one big old tournament a year, there's all these little mini tournaments popping up all over the place. So if you want to try this soon, you can just go ahead and do it. It's just a little 1-day commitment. Sometimes 2 days if we're going to get enough players, but this whole monthly tournament is going to resolve today. Quick kill from FFR and quick-ish kill from Cards. Both of their Gary ones aside. And moving right on to stage 2. FFR cutting it off with the 4th chain. Same with Cards. And another nice pair of quick kills. These first stages have a very give you a very good sense of false hope that maybe you can do the entire category in a snap, and then the second half shows you just what you're actually dealing with. Another very quick kill for FFR with the short attack. Cards Misty pretty out of position. Then 17 as well. Alright, so you see these players constantly trying to get in 2-4 combos, and when you get up to this mode, and especially S-Hard mode, that opening is very, very critical, because if at all the opponent's left half versus right half of the board is uneven, one of the small 4 combo blocks is going to fall further down. Surge, what are you doing? If we're trying to get in some more panic combos before they're trying to clear up there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that's pain. Both players dealing with some garbage clears now. Surge can't get past a seal block, though. FFR does manage to get out, which is the important thing. So the way the CPUs function, like their logic, they can't see below the lowest garbage block. So if that tiny block is lower than a lot of their panels, they can't see most of those panels, and it highly limits their options. Even on modes that are not V hard or S hard, what it will do is distract them long enough to probably time out before they can deal with the other half of the board. And then sometimes on V hard and S hard, where it's a lot more common for them to drill down to almost the bottom on one half of the sides, it'll just make them think they're out of moves entirely. It's one of the only ways to somewhat consistently get S-hard kills in under 30 seconds. If that wasn't in there, you just have to go back to Wars of Attrition. Ooh, nice attack from FFR to get to the same stage as Cards for now. Cards almost out of that Sabrina, but she found a way to just barely survive and buy time. Pretty high up on the board now. Pretty dangerous, actually. Some chains are happening. Some clears are happening. There isn't an immediate clear up available on top. And Sabrina times out just in time. And look at that. Despite some ups and downs, we are very, very even going into stage 8. Like, unless something dramatic happens in the first half of V-Hard, it pretty much always comes down, a race of these probably much always comes down to the second half of them. Oh, more convenient stack on for FFR there, although Cards is very low and is probably going to make themselves think he's out of moves. There we go. Both players out of V-Hard in 6 minutes or less. However, like I said, the first half of V-Hard barely matters. It's the second half where these opponents now have the speed to clear and chain relentlessly. But they can still do a dumb and run themselves out of panels like FFR's Tracy did. But a quick timeout on Cards' side brings the margin even closer. Double fours are in for both players. Now they're going to extend the chain out and maybe see if Rocket starts chaining. FR seeing Rocket going almost all the way to the bottom to try to send the rest of their board. Rocket gets confused. FFR is out. Cards' Rocket probably distracted long enough. And also confused. And this is still very even. Now both entering Giovanni with 6 stages to go. Now FFR going for longer extensions. Giovanni started to chain on his side, but then stopped. May have left enough for a clear, but has nothing on row 2, doesn't see anything else, and there he goes. Cards trying again. Looking at Giovanni's board to see how long he should extend it. Tries to cut it off right there. And that doesn't look great. The guard's attack is in on Richie, but he flattens and clears. FFR not resetting the stage yet because there's still a chance Richie could do a dumb. There's no immediate clear off the top. Cards has Giovanni crushed. FFR has Richie maybe crushed. There was a tier 2 available. Whether or not Richie could see that, I can't fully explain. It almost looked like he did, but then, nah. They're also blinded to tier 2 in very random ways that we haven't fully articulated yet, but which does make it very much saltier when they do find those, or if their cursor goes up and down like they don't see it, and then it goes up and then they do it again. It's just like the ultimate debating. That Richie doesn't work for cards. That Lorelei does work for FFR, out of time. And I'm not going to use the word that rhymes with face, but FFR's doing pretty well so far this run. FFR extending. Probably waiting for Bruno to chain again. We're going with the cutoff here on the left side. That may not be enough time for Bruno to respond to the shake time, but there's still no clear off the top. And the 24 Bruno. FFR with 2 stages to go. Card's still playing very well, but has just had less cooperative CPUs, although I think this Richie's gonna get pinned and confused. Alright, still very good from cards, but on the left side, no, that's a convenient clear from Gary. FFR going to see if he downstacks panels badly. Not there. And he's gonna try again. Yep. A little bit too high, a little bit too much stop time. Card's hoping Lorelei cooperate. We've done a lot of combos there. But Lorelei does clear the left, and probably the right as soon as that gets dropped down. At first, Gary didn't chain enough, as now he raised the stack, and FFR is extending more. Waiting for Gary to stop there. He leaves the third row. Oh no. No, he messes up the horizontal in row 2. FFR is already going to Mewtwo. If this is a free Mewtwo... Okay, we'll look at the opening attack first. There's our 4. Alright, double 4s are in already, so we're good there. Now we're just going to extend. Probably cut off around here as Mewtwo is ending his chain. Oh no, that's all the combo garbage was connecting. Now it's just the big block. There's pros on left and right. Mewtwo's going to drag those out. There's some shake time. This isn't going to be good. Alright, so Mewtwo wasn't that free. So now we just have to slowly wait for him to chip the big block down until he possibly runs out of panels. Luckily, FFR is ahead enough that he has the time to do this. Card's just out of Lorelei now. This Mewtwo is being greedy and using up a lot of panels. He's still finding clears off of the garbage, but FFR's next set of attacks is going to drop, but Mewtwo saves a third row clear for that. Although we might not see anything here. There's nothing available. Wow!
I'm a Pokemon Master, the winner!
So, yes. FFR has cleared V-Heart in under 14 minutes under a race situation one-shot. That is somewhat insane. FFR definitely on fire in all things PPL at the moment. Like, Card's pace is not bad, like, at all, as Bruno gets completely confused and hung up on a garbage block there. Like the tech was fine, the play was fine, the timing was fine. You just had more CPUs find a way out of getting pinned. And that's what it takes sometimes. Like, everybody's best runs are almost certainly stupidly lucky. And it's only when your skill level really, like, sort of catches up that you start to have times more consistently around there, but maybe not actually hitting that. Until you get stupidly lucky again.
I'm gonna win what you got. Way to go!
And then having your perfectly formatted attacks
I'm gonna win. Show me what you got.
cleared off 5 times in a row. And then sending a messed up cutoff attack and getting a quick kill makes you question everything you know about your skill at gaming. Pokemon Puzzle League. Alright, let's see this Gary go down. I know it's what we all desire in our hearts. Pika, Pika, Pikachu. Sorted Pika. And distorted Pikachu. Low right side. Gary's not going to see any more moves, and we can go on to Mewtwo. And also to those puzzlers that haven't seen much of this mode, you don't want to lose a reset to this Mewtwo, for the most part, because, should that happen, he actually gets sent back to Gary 2. So it's even more stake than usual to get your opening attack correct here. A little bit awkward positioning, and that Mewtwo is going to time out. And we have a happy, question mark, ending. Very, very respectable time from Cards. Looks like it's 17-13, but, FFR just made that look like nothing. What can you do against that? Not much, but I guess give FFR his second Pokeball. He didn't just win that, he won that. That was a kind of a statement. But this means our final is determined. Our second finalist of the PPL Monthly Gary Open is FFR, sweeping not only Cards, but every single one of those Pokemon Puzzle League opponents just straight out of the game. Very, very strong performance. Hi, Embryon. No dark times here.
I swear, Puzzlers, FFR is not human. Like, I've met the guy, and I'm not sure he's entirely human. Because that consistency is unreal. GG's to FFR, that's insane. And when you know it, we've got our 2024 PPL final with FFR as the 1 seed and Tayman as the 2 seed. Things really haven't changed much, have they, Six?
I mean, not really. These are some of the most consistent people at doing the S-hard confusion kill tech. Being most consistent at not only getting opening attacks in, but also watching the state of their opponent's board to drop the attack at the perfect time. Take advantage of every single opportunity. So yeah, not surprised this is happening. Can't wait to see what is going to happen in S-hard land.
Definitely appreciate you hopping on here, Six, to make sure we have context on that second semifinal match, but we are now here at our finals. Either FFR Pro 21 or Tayman ND will be our very first monthly Pokemon Puzzle League champion. Who will it be? Find out right after this. Don't go away. You are watching the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2025 Gary Open.